Alright, so here I am. I'm testing the primer. Today, the Godo Bandit Warlord competitive primer. So today I'm going to be comparing Coalition Relic, which is currently in the primer, to Metalworker, which has sort of polarized the community a little bit. On the Discord chat, whether Metalworker is worth running or not. It's potentially explosive, but also potentially a dead card. So I'm going to be evaluating it based on these criteria. So I'm going to be goldfishing with one of these cards in hand, or both of these cards in hand. I'm going to kind of pretend like I have both of them and then sort of evaluate which one was better in the game. In fact, to do that, I might go ahead and okay, we'll do this. We won't destroy the token. Okay, Metalworker / Relic, and we'll actually put these two just here to store them, just in case I need to look at them. I don't think I need to, but okay. So the other thing I'm going to be doing is the way I'm going to be goldfishing is I only really care about these cards for these goldfishing purposes, whether I draw them in opening hand or in the first sort of 4 turns of the game. After that, the deck generally wants to win by turn 4, so it's probably a bad hand anyway. Metalworker's probably going to be terrible in those games, but yeah. We're not going to be evaluating that because it takes too long. So we're going to be evaluating up to turn 4. So what I'll do at the beginning is I'll roll a die, an 11-sided die. So if it's 1 to 7, then it'll be an opening hand. If it's 8, it'll be my first draw, my draw on turn 1. If it's 9, then it'll be my draw on turn 2. 10, it'll be my draw on turn 3. And 11, it will be my 4th turn draw. If I combo out before I even draw this card, or before it makes sense to play this card, then I will pretend like I got stopped, and I will attempt to find where my next recombo attempt is going to be. Some hands just might not be very practical, so I might just go 7, not able to be evaluated. Okay, so my first one, I'm going to roll a 3, so I roll 6 cards, and I chuck this in my opening hand. Is this hand keepable? Oof. Not with Metalworker. Oh, no, they're both keepable, actually. Metalworker will tap for 2. It's slower, though. I probably wouldn't keep this hand. It's kind of bad. Like, if I were to keep it, then it would go... yeah. I'd probably just like, dump the Chrome Mox in a mountain, chuck the Stranglehold, chuck Soulbright in, and just, like, throw the Metalworker out. That's probably what I would do, just, like, Wheel of Fortune to like, I probably wouldn't keep this hand, though. So I think we just call this one of these, and we'll put 3, comma. So what that means is this was a game where I rolled a 3. So we will just mulligan, basically. Sorry, we'll roll another die. 11, sorry. Rolls a 6, so it's, again, in opening hand. Can you keep this? Well, yes, as a second, because this is my second 7. If this is a second 7, I'd probably keep it, especially in a versing some other people. Metalworker is clearly worse in this hand, but we'll play it out. So we'll go draw turn 1, So an okay draw. We'll do the Faithless Looting. Draw. Okay. So Metalworker is actually online now. Not sure which will be better, but I think we definitely chuck 2 mountains away, regardless of whether it's Metalworker or Relic. Because now we have an artifact for Metalworker, and Metalworker can get better. Ooh, and Metalworker just got better. Unfortunately, it's going to be really slow. Just land, go, tap, draw. Metalworker's real powerful now, actually, but it's super greedy to play Metalworker. God, I mean, in this hand, you might play Magus of the Moon and then pass. But because I don't have another mountain, it's kind of meh. If this is Relic in hand, I don't play Relic here. I would probably play like Worn Power Stone or Magus. If this is Metalworker, then I definitely play Metalworker. Yeah. And I untap, draw. I mean, that's insane. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a win on turn 4. Not bad. Metalworker's clearly better in this hand, but it is greedy. Like, if Metalworker gets killed, you're kind of screwed. Like, well, you're not screwed. It's just going to be a really slow recovery from there. But we do have a ton of mana right now, so we can literally go Metalworker for reveal all of these. Then you play Great Furnace. Tap to play the Chalice of the Void for 1. I think. Actually, maybe not. No, yeah, you do. And then you still have, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we had 12 in the beginning, so that would leave us with 10 left over. No, it depends on what people have open. Because you get to choose between playing Chalice on 1 and playing Ricochet, keeping Ricochet Trap mana open. You don't get to do both. In any case, Metalworker is better in this hand, but I wouldn't call it a strong... Actually, maybe I would. Strong preference for Metalworker or a strong preference? Yeah, I think this is a strong preference for Metalworker. This is a 6, I think. Strong preference for Metalworker only because this hand is horribly slow without Metalworker, even though it is greedier to play Metalworker than to play Relic. Relic is just a lot slower. Okay. Oh shoot, sorry. I'm gonna mulligan, but I need to roll 11. So I rolled a 7, so it's draw 6. Okay, so this hand has Metalworker in it, because it was a 7. So it's the 7th card I drew. This is a good hand. What do I play? How do I play this? I probably play. I definitely keep this hand, but it's all in on Metalworker. Again, it's all in. Like, Metalworker is super greedy. But if they kill Metalworker, then, well, if they kill Metalworker, it's bad. Chris Totem nombos with Metalworker. With Relic, I can go. Either way, I can't play either one until turn 2, but I have to play City of Traders or sack a Dwarven Ruins. Alright, let's play it. Draw. Clap. We play the Dwarven Ruins here. Tap, draw. Key. Oh shit. Metalworker is better in this hand. And you kind of actually have a choice here whether you play Metalworker or you play Mountain Sack Metalworker. lose the City of Traders if you do it the other way, so... Do you skip the Dwarven runes? I feel like you go... You do this only because it does give you the mountain in case you want to thunderclap. Like, it depends on where other people are at. If someone else looks like they're gonna like combo off with something, then you do this. Otherwise, you might just keep the City of Traders. This is riskier because you're setting yourself up with you're setting yourself up, like, you're telling everybody this is an amazing card in my hand. So untap, draw. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is really good. We tap, we reveal everything. We add 8. Oops, sorry. And then we go 6, untap 6 more. So go up to 12. Yeah. It's really good. 12, I think you probably, instead of just going straight for Godo, I feel like you play Panharmonicon. So now you have 6 left over. If they counter, well, they were going to counter Godo anyway, and you don't have an anti-counter magic, so then you just like drop Thought Vessel and... No, you can't write... yeah, actually. Maybe you keep Panharmonicon in hand because it'll give you more mana the next turn. Yeah. No, I think you just go off without playing anything except for a land. So you have 12 in pool. So you maybe play, yeah, Mountain. Yeah. Mountain, you play Godo. If they play Even Mind Sensor, you can actually hard cast the Thunderclap and still have mana open enough for comboing off. It's okay. Metalworker is better in this hand though. So this was a 7. Huh. Okay, well, some anecdote, but we'll see if this continues. So 9. I'm not drawing this in opening hand now. Okay. So my opening hand is 7. Do I keep this? Yeah, I think so. I've got a Blood Moon. I've got REB. Welder's useful if I lose my like, I don't have either of these, so I just have this. This, it's slow, but I mean, what can you do? If it's the second 7, I keep it. If it's my first 7, might throw it back, but I can resolve Blood Moon turn 3. It's not particularly fast. I'd probably mull this as a first 7, but we'll play it out as if it's a hand. So playing turn 1, I draw this. Okay, that's good. I'll play that. Sanitation to 2. Okay, untap. Now I draw Metalworker. Now, or Relic. So Metalworker or Relic. Yeah, I mean, if it's Relic, I play it. I play Worn Power Stone. If it's Metalworker, I play Metalworker. So in this hand, it's... or I might play Blood Moon this turn. Actually, Blood Moon this turn is not bad, because you get the Sandstone Needle turned into a mountain with just 1 counter on it. So we play Blood Moon, actually. If you're in a game full of monocolor decks, then you ignore that advice. But so this is at 1. But it's kind of irrelevant because it's a mountain now. We just play So in one line we play Metalworker, in the other line these are swapped. Oh, that's good. That's good for Metalworker. So in this line with Metalworker, you tap Metalworker for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not enough to combo off. And it's kind of awkward because if you play the artifacts from this, then you don't have enough. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Yeah, that's super annoying with Metalworker. It's like, what do you do here? Do you just... You have 4. You can go up to 5, 6, 7 and play 8, 9. Yeah, you do that, but it's not particularly good. You could have done that anyway. Like, if this is Relic, then you're sitting like this, right? With Relic in play untapped, and you can tap it for mana next turn, and you can actually go straight to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 anyway. So they're kind of the same, but the Metalworker play is, again, riskier. Well, no, not really. So this turn I would have had, I would have had 1 power, yeah, so you tap the 1 power stone, play that, tap those for Fulwer Stone, tap that for Coalition Relic. Yeah, you'd have plenty of mana open, so either way you can play Welder and keep REB up the entire time. So you untap. Either way, this is the way you untap, and then you have Suddenly Treasonous Ogre, which plays out either way. So it doesn't really matter how this plays out because we already decided at the beginning that Treasonous Ogre gets countered whenever it's played. So this game will be marked on this. When I mark it, it will be marked with a capital T, which means that it was a Treasonous Ogre recovery turn. I have in graveyard. I've also got Dwarven Ruins in graveyard. Oh, no I don't. Dwarven Ruins should be in my deck. Whoops. That's alright. Okay, so that's a fail. I untap, I draw for the next turn, and now Metalworker is suddenly better. So up until this point, there was a little different early hand, but now Metalworker taps for 4, and Coalition Relic doesn't. So Coalition Relic is probably going to tap for 2 in this turn, because you would have kept it up last. So you would have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9. Whereas Basalt Monolith doesn't help you if you draw Coalition Relic, because you have to wait another turn, because you play the Basalt Monolith and then it's like telegraphing, like, oh yeah, I've got this. This way with Metalworker, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ugh. Which is again kind of awkward, because you really don't want to be going off this late in the game with just with no REB up when you've got an REB in hand. Like, I think either way you actually just play the Basalt Monolith and pass. Next turn you draw. It doesn't help Metalworker, so you're at the same amount of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now you combo off now. I think they're kind of equal. I think Metalworker is slightly better in this hand because you have the option to go off that turn, the last turn. So that was a 9, and we'll call that 9T. Yeah, 9T. Okay. We'll roll. Oops. 3. Okay, it's an opening hand. Do I keep this? Yes. Do I keep this either way? Yes. So either way, it's turn. Okay, either way, it's turn 1 Dwarven Ruins. Unless someone plays an Imperial Seal turn 1, in which case you play Codex Shredder. But yeah, we'll play it in the vacuum. Sorry, you draw turn 1. Ooh, nice. Draw. Oh, wow. How much can I actually make this turn? Could actually make 5 this turn. Does that help us? No. Yeah. I think either way you play the Relic or the Metalworker. Metalworker is clearly better in this hand. Jesus. Metalworker's turned out to be really good. Okay, on top. Draw. Yeah, go off this turn. Easy go off this turn. So you tap Relic, or you tap Metalworker for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plenty. And if it's Relic, you have 1, 2, because you didn't tap this last turn. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have just enough. But Metalworker is better on this hand because with Metalworker, you don't have to crack this, you don't have to expend this, you don't have to crack this. So you're literally 3 mana up for your next defense, your next play. We had 15, which means we actually have 12, which means we actually have a spare mana to drop an expedition map or something. In fact, wow, with Metalworker, you can actually, instead of playing the Crystal Vein, because you've got 15 potentially available, you can actually play sack Expedition Mat. So before playing the Mana Crypt, you tap for 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Play that. Still have 11 left over. Crack this. 9 left over. Play Cavern of Souls. Tap Cavern, tap this. Go for Uncounter. Yeah, Metalworker is clearly better in this hand. A lot better, actually. So this was a 3? Yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like the Discord was wrong. Oh, sorry, I need to roll. Well, so far, I mean, we're still early days. 4, so it's in hand, and it's in this hand. Is this hand good with Metalworker? Yep. No. Nope. Oof, it's risky. Like, you have to draw land. If you draw land, it's okay. So you go land, Thought Vessel, turn 3 Metalworker, turn 4 go off maybe. I feel like this hand is bad no matter what you do, so we'll call it bad. This was a 4. 4. Okay. 9. Okay, I'm drawing this on turn 2. It's incapable. Oh, sorry, I need to roll. 1. So it's in hand. Okay. Ugh, this hand. God, this hand's bad. Why do you have to be bad, hand? Yeah, I can't keep this. This is terrible. I mean, Mox Diamond in one land in hand is terrible, and even if you keep it, the draw is bad. Oh wow. Well, that was just bad. You can't keep either of those hands, so it's fine. Roll. Rolls a 1 again. Okay. Oh man, what is this? What is this? Again, no good hand. It's no good. No. Honestly, part of what's causing this is the fact that both Metalworker and Relic are both kind of bad. Metalworker is pretty explosive so far. Okay. Let's okay. So I draw this on turn 1. So I get a full hand of 7. Okay. What the fuck? You wouldn't keep this even as a second 7. Ugh. Jesus. RNGesus is being a dick. 10. Okay, I don't draw this until turn 3. Jesus, seriously? Fucking seriously? This happens. I mean, this never happens, but whatever. 6. Okay, so it's in the opening hand. Finally, a keeper. Metalworker is quite bad in this hand. Although it gives, you know what? The cool thing about Metalworker, it gives something for Mox Diamond to do if you don't want to play the land. And it also gives something for Argentum Armor to do if you don't want to play it. That's cool. That's cool, because those cards are usually dead. I mean, Mox Diamond can do something if you play a Possibility Storm, and Argentum Armor can do something if you have like absurd amounts of mana late game and you've already lost your helm, but you know, whatever. Okay, play this out. Draw on turn 1. Squire. It's quite good. Okay. In this case, our play is slightly different if we have the Metalworker versus if we have the Relic. If we have the Relic, we're going to play Diamond, exiling Scavenger Grounds, or Mountain. It doesn't actually matter which one. And then you're going to play Relic. Otherwise, you play the Simian Spirit Guide. You probably exile with the Simian Spirit Guide to play the Metalworker. It gives you an extra Mox Diamond mana. Untap, draw. Land. So in one of these hands, we have this in play with the Scavenger Grounds. In one of these hands, we have this in hand. Either way, you end up with the same amount of mana the next turn because you get the Scavenger Grounds versus the Mox Diamond. You get one of these two. So one of these two is in play. The difference is with Metalworker, you get an extra 2 mana off the Mox Diamond. It's actually doing something. The cool thing here that you do is you tap the Metalworker. So if this is Metalworker, then you have, it's like this, yeah. If it's, okay, this is confusing, sorry. If it's Metalworker, you get to Treasonous Ogre right now, because that's 4. And you play the Mox Diamond, exiling this. You get the extra red, and you go Recruiter, and then you play Treasonous Ogre. You actually have 1 spare mana, not 1 spare red, so you can't bolt. But once you Treasonous Ogre, then you have the red, so if someone plays Aether Mind Sensor, you can kill it with a bolt, which is cool. If it was Mox Diamond, this is already in the graveyard, and you have this Simian Spirit Guide, and this will be charged up from last turn. So then you play the mountain. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You also Treasonous Ogre off. So either way, you end up on turn 3 with a Treasonous Ogre attempt that fails, because we've already decided that all Treasonous Ogre fails get failed. So that Treasonous Ogre gets countered. Whoop-de-doo. If you tap this twice, you would only just have enough mana to cast Lightning Bolt. You would be at 3, I think, because you'd have hit yourself twice with this. This is actually a turn 2 win, isn't it? No, it's turn 3. So one of these. Either way, you play the Monk's Diamond. So yeah. Okay, so we failed. We're all tapped out. 38, 37, 36, sorry. And we've got a Metalworker or a Relic that's tapped. They're both tapped. So either way, we enter this turn with this. Ugh. Metalworker's worse. No, Metalworker's fine here. Metalworker's, sorry, I was going to say Relic is worse here, but either way, you can drop both of these. Metalworker can tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, we have 8. Okay, so either way, we tap out and we play both of these. If we tap Metalworker for 4, then we go, don't have to tap the Ancient Tomb, I don't think. 4, tap this, play this, tap it. 2 mana floating, just 1, Brass Squire. And if it's Relic, then it's, I think you have to tap out Relic as well, which kind of sucks. 1, 2, 3, Shaku, tap Shaku, tap Diamond, tap Relic, play Brass Squire. Yeah. Okay, so next turn, tap, draw. Either way, you don't have the extra counter off the Relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, you can go. Cast Godo, no Bolt mana open. If you have Relic. Or if you have Metalworker, you do have Bolt mana open. But important to note that you might not cast the Shaku the turn before if you had Metalworker. I don't think you do, actually. Because if you do, then you're at 5 mana, and you have to draw an artifact to combo off. So if you have the Metalworker the turn before, you tap it, reveal Brass Squire, and then play Brass Squire. So this is actually slightly different. If you've just got Metalworker, you're not going to play your last artifact, because you need that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play Godo. So the Metalworker play the turn before doesn't cost you life, but it does cost you getting the Shaku in play. Either way, you get to combo off on this turn, so I don't think it matters. This is a kind of, they're both similarly good. Both similarly good. How did I start? Where did I start this one? It was in hand. It's a 6. Okay. Okay. 6. 6T. Okay. No. 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 It shouldn't have been exiled. Should have been in the graveyard, but that's okay. We'll roll 11. So it's in the opening hand. So 6, and then it's in hand. Okay. You cannot keep this. Both hands are terrible. Jesus, I'm having a bad run of luck. Like, I've goldfished with this deck a lot before, and and usually has a much better hand than this. Although that might just be driven by the fact that having a 3 mana cost artifact in your opening hand kind of makes it a little worse. We're not testing mulligans beyond, like, we're not testing down to 6 with this. We're only testing 7 card hands, which it's kind of biased, but Metalworker is going to be worse in 6 card hands. Maybe. They're both bad. 7. Okay, so it's in the opener again. Jesus, did I like forget to add lands to my deck or something? Like, the hell? Like, lands? Where are you? 32. That's normal. The hell? And this is the second 7. You still throw it away. Double this. You have that, which is good. This is Metalworker. You have to play the Prismatic Lens to play the Metalworker, so yeah, you'd be alright actually. But you still probably wouldn't keep this. You might keep it as a second 7, but I don't think so. I think you'd still throw it away. Throw that hand away. Just making sure, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it turns out this hand is good, but if you draw like literally anything but a land here that isn't fast mana like this, like Mana Vault or Mana Crypt, if it's not one of those 2 cards, I guess a Chrome Mox wouldn't be too bad either. Land, I mean, Metalworker is actually amazing here because you play that, and then you draw, you tap Metalworker for 6, and you. The problem with Metalworker is it's super awkward because like you can tap him for a bunch of mana, but if you can't go off that turn, it's like, oh yay, I can tap him for a bunch of mana, and then do I want to play all my artifacts? Because now Metalworker doesn't tap for mana. And I can't even use the extra mana to untap this vault because I can only do that in upkeep. And I want to crack the map, but then that's 1 less artifact. Ugh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I untap next turn. 7, 8. 8 is Twin Flame mana, so that's okay. We go for Expedition Map and then we crack it for a Cavern of Souls. We can also play this for free. We can actually keep all of that open and leave this mountain untapped for anti-counter magic. I think. Yeah, we can. And then we play the what's it called? Yeah, when we pass, we untap. So if we had Relic last turn, it's significantly worse because we untap with this, and it's god awful. Just god awful. The Relic this hand was not only unkeepable, it was bad even if you drew the vault. With Metalworker, at least it's okay. I mean, at Metalworker, at least it turned out okay. I mean, okay, let's just end this. What was the turn? What was a 7? We'll actually put it up here, only because it might be a hand that some people keep hoping to get a mountain on the second 7. Roll. Why do I get this stuff in, like, the ones that I'm not? Okay, I rolled 11. It's a 9. Okay, so I'm drawing this on turn 2. Mulligan to 7. Okay, so you keep this hand. Ish. Ugh. Land. You kind of don't even play the Soul Ring turn 1. Don't do it. I mean, you keep this hand. It's like a Soul Ring. Okay, sure. Draw. Okay. land, go. The reason why you don't do that is because if someone plays a tutor, you can reverberate for Treasonous Ogre and like win on turn 2 or 3, depending on what you draw, which is amazing. But you don't draw anything else because what you draw, oops, Control Shift D, you draw is Metalworker or Relic. Either way, you play a mountain, you play Soul Ring, and you play this card, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you play it. These are actually a really good comparison because Relic is often the one that you tap last, and Metalworker can't tap at all on its first turn. So you often will leave, they will be untapped, like not used on their first turn. Which makes testing easier, I guess. This is cool that you have 2 spare artifacts in hand. So if you're playing with Metalworker in your deck, you definitely don't play fast artifacts like this unless you absolutely have, unless you have like Mox Opal or something. You really don't want to play them. In fact, Mox Opal you don't play until like the turn that you're going to use it, which leaves you a little bit more vulnerable to other people doing like a wheel or something. So it changes how you play a little bit so that you don't have Metalworker as a dead card and makes you a little more vulnerable to wheels. I untap, I draw. It's a Jeweled Amulet. I already saw that, but I would have played it the same either way. So this is a win with Metalworker. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With Relic, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Metalworker's way better in this hand. Wow. Okay. Right. Roll. So 1. Okay, roll down to 6. Put it in hand. I'm tempted to say Relic is better in this opener because I don't know if you keep this opener if it's Metalworker. Against the right decks, I think you do. Because Magus is just like a giant middle finger to the non-basic decks and gives you plenty of red as well, even though you have all these. I guess that's not really relevant, but okay. I'd probably keep this as a second 7. I'd probably throw it away if it was the first 7, because you're not going to combo off a turn like turn 4 if it's Relic. It's possible with Metalworker, but Metalworker also might just turn out to be completely dead. We'll play it out. Okay. Well, that's land. You're not gonna Lotus Petal into this, so draw. Interesting. It's do you loot? If you have Relic in hand, you shit, this is hard. Like against some decks, you might just like pedal out the Magus this turn. Against other decks, you might play the Relic or the Metalworker with the Lotus Petal. Against still other decks, you might just play the Chalice. I mean, there's so many different options with this hand. All of them are kind of bad. Metalworker and like sacking the Lotus for Metalworker is kind of bad, but not. Yeah, no, it's still kind of bad. Yep, because you can't even play the Chalice. You can't play it because you need it. So Metalworker is just terrible. Unless Faithless Looting gets you a couple more artifacts, in which case he becomes explosive. I don't know how I can evaluate this. I have no idea how I'd play this hand. is entirely on what decks I'm facing. If I've got a bunch of like 4-color decks, it's straight up pedal into Magus, right? And if it's not, then if Magus is terrible, then even just like looting, throwing the Magus away is better than like just playing a Chalice. Yeah. Play Chalice, open up on turn 3 with 3 mana. Ugh. It's god awful. Fuck it. Play looting. Draw 2. I have to discard 2. I don't know how you evaluate this with either way. It's bad. It's just like not. I'm just gonna call it not able to be evaluated because you can't really define this hand without knowing whether this is useful, and it just you can't say one way or the other. Like there's so many different choice lines that run through this. It depends entirely on what you're playing against. So yeah, screw it. I rolled this as a 1. This is 1. Yuck. Too difficult. Too difficult. I can't do it, at least. Okay, I rolled a 3, so it's in the opener. Rolled a 6. Oops, draw. Gamble. And gemstone. And 2 artifact lands. That makes Metalworker playable in this hand. I was looking at this hand going, ugh. But actually, it's not terrible. So, first of all, it's definitely Gemstone Caverns, Dump a Mountain, turn 1, regardless of which one it is. You probably keep these, both. Turn 1, draw. You tap this and you play Gamble. There's going to be a really bad recovery because Treasonous Ogre. Ooh. It'd be really funny if we discard Metalworker right now because it will be a Furnace. Okay. So this is kind of awkward because if you have Metalworker in hand, you can't play that, so you play this. You pass, you draw, you land, you play this either way. Yeah, you play that either way. So this is easy to evaluate. Either way, you go for Treasonous Ogre right now by just tapping and playing it. If this is Relic, then you play this, and you tap for this, leaving this open. So, and if you don't play this. You just tap that, you play that. You don't even have to actually tap those, you just tap 1 red. Just drop it and play. You have 1 mana floating as well. And we said that we get this countered, so Treasonous Ogre. Okay, I got countered. You're in a bad position. Untap, draw. Now, remember that with Relic, we have a Darksteel Citadel in play, and it's untapped. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. That's not good. But with Metalworker, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, look at that. Magic number. BGG. Okay, so Metalworker works. Coalition Relic does not work. They both work, though. So T. It'll be a... Is it 3? Yeah. 3T. I drew it on the opener. 3T, yeah. Oof. Coalition Relic is going to have to pull some weight to be able to catch up now. Let's roll a die. 4. It's in the opener, so roll 6. in the opener. Oh my god! Why are they both so bad? Ah! 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 So, why? Look at that hand. Oh my god. I mean, how can you call this hand bad? And it was pretty bad. Oh man. I mean, if you drew this, right? This actually turns out okay with Metalworker or Relic, kinda, because you can like burn all of this to get either one out, and then you untap and you draw, and Metalworker taps for 4 here. No, Metalworker's much worse here. I mean, they're both terrible here. Like either way, you play like Volt Key, and then if it's Metalworker, you can like play Brass. No, it's just terrible. You can't do anything with Metalworker. With Relic, you would just cast the Volt Key, pass, and then just like charge the Relic. In fact, oh wait, no, did you charge it last turn? Yeah, you did. So you just play the Volt Key with the charged mana. Oh, Relic is actually better here because you play the Volt Key with the charge, and then at end step you charge the Relic, tap the Volt Key to untap the Relic, tap the Relic again to supercharge the Relic, and then the next turn you have 4 mana for Treasonous Ogre to win with. There is no recovery line with this, so we don't call this a T game. Like, this is the only chance you have to win. But Relic is better. I should probably call this like neither worked, but because you probably wouldn't keep this hand. But Relic needs some help. Relic was better in this game, but I can't really say this. Relic didn't work. None of them worked. So. What was the number again? 4. Ow, my ears. 4 comma. Okay, so let's continue. Sorry about the loudness. Okay. That was a 2. Okay. That was a 2. It was a 2, 2. So it's an opening hand. It's in this hand. Magnetic Theft is always good to see in an opener. It means that you can keep a hand that's not very good. That wouldn't normally be very good. You keep this either way because you can Faithless Looting into stuff. So draw, land, you play Looting, you draw 2, and wow, that's not very good. You keep the Relic and that either way. Like if it's Relic, then you toss the Cursed Totem. If it's not, then you keep the Cursed Totem and you chuck 2 mountains probably. No, you chuck 1 mountain and Adventurous Fair. So Adventurous Fair and Cursed Totem, like one of these is in hand. Either way. Okay, so one of these is in hand and one's in... Yeah, one of these is in hand. Go to turn 2, draw a bolt. That's not terribly useful. Either way, you play Mindstone. Tap, draw. You play this, regardless of which one it is. Okay, so if it was Relic here, Cursed Totem would be in graveyard. Well, actually, would Cursed... Maybe you just keep the Cursed Totem either way. You dump the Fair. think so. I think you need the land if you have Relic. Yeah. Which is interesting because you don't actually play Curse Totem in either of these games. I mean, Metalworker and Curse Totem are a curse. Like, you can't play them both together. And Metalworker needs Curse Totem in hand anyway to tap for mana. Like, so one of those is in hand. We play that. Draw. Okay. Still don't need to play the Inventor's Fair, so it's kind of irrelevant. So Relic would have been charged. So Relic now combos off. In fact, both of them. No. Neither of them combo off. Awkward. Neither of them combo off, but at least you have these to disrupt people over this turn. So on turn 4, you can win. So turn 4, you play this. And you go off. Either one. So just showing the win. This taps for 2 either way, because it taps for Curse Totem mana, with if it's Metalworker, and it taps for 1+1 from charging it, if it's Relic. So they're the same. They're both similarly good. Kinda. I mean, similarly good-ish. It was still it was a turn 4 win. That's fine. I'm getting way too picky. Okay. Turn 4 win with, I think it was a 3. Ugh, I keep forgetting to remember. I should write it down. It was a 2. Okay. Roll 11. 10. Okay. I'm not drawing this until turn 3. Down to 7. 7. Okay. Keepable? Yes. Oh, this is going to be a bad hand for Metalworker unless I draw a lot of artifacts, because you're not going to want to play it. This is interesting. So, Smox Opal is going to take a while to activate. And you might want to play the Inventor's Fair first. Okay, let's see what we draw. Draw 1, turn 1. Okay. It's much better. I don't think you can play the Dwarven Ruins turn 1, because you need to play the Fellwar Stone turn 2. And... oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You definitely want to play the Dwarven Ruins for turn 1. That's fine. Okay, untap, draw again. Still not drawing this. Drawing this turn 3. So, either way, play this. You tap, and you play Fellwar Stone. You... oh, so awkward. Metalworker's not going to like this, but the right play is to play the Jeweled Amulet, always. You definitely play the Jeweled Amulet this turn. And even worse, you play the Mox Opal because fork. Metalworker is going to be sad next turn. Whereas Relic doesn't really care. Relic, in fact, neither of them care because you got Magnetic Theft win either way. So we'll assume that nobody plays a tutor, because if they do, then this searches for that. Either way, you charge this up, wind up the Toy Mox. Draw. And this card, you're not even going to bother casting. Like, there is no reason to cast this. Metalworker is sad as, like, sad AF right now. And you have plenty of mana to just win. Do you actually? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not enough to keep Fork back up? So damn, do you actually just play... I mean... oh... okay, so if this is... so it's got red mana on it, so... I think either way, you play the Metalworker or Relic. Because... the reason for that is, you wouldn't play the Thran Dynamo, because if you play it, you have to tap all of these. And then you don't have the red open for fork. And you definitely want to have the red open for fork whenever you can. if someone tries to combo off and there's a counter war, you can like jump in and help save the game from not ending. So you've got red on this, and you've got red here. So yeah, you'll play this, and then you go off this turn. And which is better? So this is charged up if it's relic. Relic is slightly better if you have to cast the fork because you don't lose your counter off the jeweled amulet, but you don't get to charge up the relic. So meh. Doesn't matter for this turn because this turn you go off either way. Metalworker taps for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you have 9. You definitely want at least 9 because you want to have anti-counter magic open with fork. And you know, one thing I didn't consider is that you probably play Faithless Looting last turn with Relic. You probably do loot last turn with Relic. But maybe not, considering that you have the win the next turn either way. And this does not look particularly good with Metalworker. You could even like mindfuck your opponents a little bit, be like, I played all my artifacts early and now I do a Metalworker. Meh. They're not going to believe it though, because why would you cast a Metalworker? You could just be like, I'm poor, my deck is failing me. It's not going to work. They're still going to act like this is going to tap for a bajillion mana, and it taps for 4, so it's a bajillion enough. It doesn't matter. Either one is good. Relic taps for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9's enough. Like you have to burn the Seething Song if it's Relic, and if it's Metalworker, then you don't have to burn the Seething Song. But if you fail your combo somehow, someone has like removal for Godo, then you're kind of in an awkward position the next turn because you're like, okay, I still have all of this minus the magnetic theft because they probably killed him in response to it. But this is uncharged either way, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Like you have the Seething Song, but oops. The problem is that you can't cast these. Although it's actually pretty good because you like rap. You like Fault Vessel, Thran Dynamo, like Seething Song, Faithless Looting, draw. You know what? I missed something earlier. So when you were sitting there, yeah. So the turn you played the Metalworker and Relic, you were sitting there with this in play, right? And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of red right there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And magnetic. Did I have Seething Song the whole time and didn't see that? Okay, whatever. Either way, it doesn't matter. I think I misplayed that horribly. You guys all have it on video evidence, so I wouldn't have misplayed it in a game. But trying to play fast here. Whatever. In any case, it's this, and it's once again I have to do this. I think it was 10. It was 10. I rolled a 10. Both were similarly bad-ish, goodish. It was fine. Okay, so I misplayed that. You actually could have gone off the turn before without even bothering to cast this, but whatever. You just use the Seething Song. The other option is even without the magnetic theft. What I was talking about the 11 is that you play Seething. If you have 5 mana, like red, 2, you can like Seething Song and Fork, and that 5 turns into 11. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8, no, 8, 9, 10. Okay, maybe I'm one short. Sorry. Roll. 7. Okay, it's in the opener. 7. 7, 7, 7. Okay. It's in the opener, and it's bad. It's real bad. Metalworker, Cork Clan Ironworks? I mean, do you keep this for the hilarious, like, Metalworker sack everything, have no cards in hand? You can win with it. Turn 4, this is a win. This hand. Turn 5, actually. If it's Relic, I mean, you can keep it. That's fine. If it's a second 7, you can keep it. Play this. Draw. Well, that's good. You'd play this either way. Tap, draw. Ooh. Metalworker taps for 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's GG with Metalworker because your so Metalworker is definitely better in this hand because you can just go off straight away now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can combo with this for 9. You could actually go Metalworker this. Even if you didn't have the Heat Shimmer, you could play this and sack it for 11. But you need the extra red to play this hand, unfortunately, because it means you could play... Huh? Wait. 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't go to 8. Unfortunately, you need the extra red, because otherwise you could play Crystal Vein, sack it, play Chalice of Void on 1, so that they can't play 1 mana spells to stop you, which locks out Nature's Claim. Still a turn 3 win attempt. The recovery with either line... Sorry, we'll actually play out the Relic hand, actually. So Relic, if you have Relic, you play... This turn you have this, and you had Relic charged. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... actually, can you do it? 6... You can play Cork Clan Ironworks, still have 1. I need to count. I think you can do that. This is awkward because with Relic, like you're going into turn 4. Do you drop the Stranglehold now? Depends on who you're playing against. You might just drop the Stranglehold and pass. You can't play both. Well, you can, but you have to sack a bunch of shit. You're not going to do it. Still have 1 floating, actually. 1, 2. Actually, you could go 1, 2. Play and sack Chalice of the Void. And play Stranglehold. Play both of those. And then the next turn, you untap. This is in the graveyard, sorry. You untap. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, 5. Wait, do I? Wait a second. When I played the Stranglehold, instead of playing the Stranglehold, I actually have enough to go Heat Shimmer? No, I don't have enough red. Could it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And there's no way around it. No. No. So I have 1 charged as well. So, yeah, I could go off this turn. So I play Cork Clan Ironworks with this mana. I have red floating. Okay, we'll play it with no red floating, so this mountain is clear. So I have 2. Yeah, play Chalice of the Void. And then sack, sack, sack. So that's 6, 7, 8. I have to do this as well. And then I play Godo and Heat Shimmer. I think it should be obvious to everyone here that Metalworker is the less all-in play here. Like, I can win on turn 3 with Coalition Relic here, but it's not good. Because you have to sack everything. If you play the Metalworker line and you fail with the Heat Shimmer, like, you still have the Kark Clan Ironworks line lined up for the next turn. Like, you then play you tap the Metalworker, play Kark Clan Ironworks, play that, sack everything, and probably play Crystal Vein and have enough to go off. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Metalworker is... Relic did work, so we can't say that. But Metalworker was better. And this was 7. I remembered it this time. Ha. 2. A 2. So I'm all down to 6. You keep this hand. This is fine. You can drop Metalworker or Relic on turn 2. Yeah, okay, so previously, when I tested Metalworker, I tested it versus a random card draw in the deck, which was inappropriate. Because the problem is that Metalworker is not better than a random card in the deck. The deck is actually full of amazing cards, and sometimes those cards are much better than Metalworker. Especially if it's Treasonous Ogre or a tutor for Treasonous Ogre. You cannot test that way, and that's what I'm realizing here, is because Relic is actually a bad card, and if you're allowing yourself to draw any card, then Metalworker is generally going to be worse, of course, because Metalworker isn't the best card in this deck. It's obviously worse than the average card in this deck, but only slightly. I remember when I did the things, it was kind of 50-50 with Metalworker. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. A lot of times it just didn't affect the hand outcome. But Coalition Relic is generally worse. Like this, I mean, we've got what? 5, 6, 7, 8 games where it's better, and 1 where Relic was better. Whew. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, this hand, draw. Oh, so good. Ancient Tomb. So this is different if it's Relic and Metalworker, because turn 1 you're going to play Chalice, the Everflowing Chalice, if it's Relic. So this isn't in play if you play the Metalworker line. You actually just play this. Oh, actually, no, maybe you don't. Actually, no, you have to just play the Chalice. No, you do, because of Treasonous Ogre. You play the Chalice, because you can go off turn 2 with Treasonous Ogre if you play the Chalice. Either way, so you just do it. Like, doesn't matter that you have Relic. Awesome! So you play Cavern of Souls, and, I mean, no, you don't play Cavern of Souls. Like, I mean, sure, you can play it and set it to Ogre, but you don't have any extra counter magic. If you had a Fork, no, that wouldn't work. If you had a Pyroblast, still would not work, because you would have tapped this twice, and you would go to 0 trying to get the extra 1 mana out. So, no good. Okay, so you play this, and you attempt to go to the other thing is you actually prefer them to counter the Ogre in this scenario. Because then you don't take all the life from Ogre, because you don't actually have any backup, so there's no advantage to you to play Ogre and then get Godo countered. So you actually want them to counter the Treasonous Ogre. And in that case, they might actually not counter the Treasonous Ogre, Especially if they look at your life total and they say, oh, he's actually going to have to use all of his mana. Ooh. Anyway, we said Treasonous Ogre gets countered every time. Generally, the best play for other people to do is to counter the Treasonous Ogre. Sometimes they don't, because they want you to lose the life, but people that have played against the deck a lot know that Treasonous Ogre counter is the best, just because you might have Pyroblast, which you can play afterwards with the Treasonous Ogre mana, and you can do it either way, because when you play Godo after, if they wait, right, you play Godo afterwards, right, then you still have 5 mana here. And if they try and counter it, you can be like, oh, okay, I'll play Pyroblast on your counter, and then go to resolves. Oh, I've only got 4 mana. Oh, Twin Flame, GG. Like, or oh, Magnetic Theft. Oh, GG. Or like this resolves, and then you're like, oh, play Panharmonicon, play Godo. I still have 1 mana open for Pyroblast. Like, this is why an experienced player will always counter the Treasonous Ogre. So countering the Treasonous Ogre is the best play for them, unless they have a Lightning Bolt in hand, which, let's be serious, come on. We're the only one who plays Lightning Bolt. So Treasonous Ogre gets countered. Untap, draw. We are at 36. That's kind of handy. Someone is triggered by me not tapping that earlier. Chalice is on 1. And we have both in hand. So the recovery line. Wait, did I? Oh, I already drew a card. Play the Crystal Vein. Do not want them to know that we have Cavern of Souls in hand. If you're playing against Joyra, yeah, you play this because they might wheel. If you're playing against another deck that likes to wheel, you play this because they might wheel. Play this, and if they wheel, Metalworker tap for lots of mana. If it's Relic, can you win next turn? No. No, you cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not gonna happen. If it's Relic, though, you get to play Chalice of the Void, and you draw a Fork. And if you play Metalworker, you still do not have enough mana for next turn. Although you had a better chance of getting it. You might have drawn an artifact here. Stash doesn't help us, but yeah. We definitely don't play the Cavern here, because we want to have the red open for Fork. If you have Relic, you might play Cavern here. Draw. Okay. So here, I think you have enough to combo if either way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, you're still 1 short. Well, you're gonna probably play the Cavern by this point. It's maybe. If you're playing against decks that aren't likely to wheel, then you keep this in hand. Do not play it. Play the Mountain or the Sequestered Stash. They're both okay plays. Now you finally combo off uncounterable. Like, they're both Okay, so we call this a 2T. Eight. Okay, so it's turn 1 draw. But we get 7 in the opener to look at. Okay. Not knowing that's our draw. I'll evaluate this one because you might keep this as a second hand. Brass Squire means your top end is only 6. It's not a big deal. If you draw any fast mana, it's not a bad hand. Of course, we know that you're not going to draw fast mana, but this deck doesn't know. This player doesn't know. So, draw. Ha. Lovely. You're like, ugh. Metalworker. Draw. Ooh. Metalworker. Okay. Soulbright Flamekin. Untap. Draw. So Metalworker is super happy with this like giant pile here, but unfortunately, the Squire doesn't actually know. Okay, so hmm, hmm, hmm. I don't actually know what you do here. You probably play Relic because you get like I'm thinking. Okay, if this is Metalworker, you obviously just play Metalworker. Both him and Squire will have Summoning Sickness, but Metalworker doesn't actually even need Squire here to win. He just taps for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, it's ridiculous. And then you have Squire as the backup win. If you have Relic, though, 3, and then you pass, obviously, you draw. So, Metalworker just wins here, so Metalworker's better in this hand. And Relic isn't particularly good. So with Relic, you can go Shaku, and then just like super obvious play Squire. Wait, no, you don't have to. No, you don't have to do that. You can. So you actually have 6 here, so you can activate the Soulbright 3 times. So you have 8. 8, and you can actually go Squire, Shaku, tap, Lens. 1 mana in pool? Still? No mana in pool, unfortunately. Chalice. Poor Chalice, I can't play Chalice for 1. Untap draw. If you tap that the other way, though, no, you can't keep the Relic mana open. But you just draw Poetic Ritual, so on turn 4, turn 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, so you have enough that you can play Chalice of the Void and then try and go off with Brass Squire. Metalworker is so much better in this hand. It gives you a whole extra turn, and it gives you a second win attempt, like the next turn, I think. Like even if he gets countered or something, you just like, okay, whatever. I just tap him for loads of mana again. The next turn you have Pyretic Ritual, and you're like, more mana. Play him again. And even if he gets killed, you're like, oh, Brass Squire, continue. It's slow, but whatever. Forgotten. I think it was like, you know what? I drew it on turn 1, so it was 8. 8. I mean, I don't feel like I need to do more goldfishing, but I'll do it for the Discord. 11. So I'm not drawing this until turn 4. I might have won by then. I'm just pressing the M button, by the way. Yeah, I've definitely won by then. I'm just pressing the M button, by the way. So, land, Soul Ring. Tap. I'm not actually sad that I'm like playing 1 mana into. So we play this with Counterspell backup. Go and get T-Ogre. Remember that we're going to be playing this with T-Ogre getting countered, so... Actually, T-Ogre can't get countered because we have Ricochet Trap. So, draw. Play land. You play T-Ogre, they counter it. You counter their counterspell, and they counter your counterspell. We said it gets countered. That's a Force of Will and a Force of Will off 2 people. Or, it could be a Mana Crypt or a Mana Drain, for all we know. Okay, well that's not happen. Okay, fine. Untap, draw. Not bad. Not bad. Oh wait. That's the turn 4 draw. I didn't draw Blood Moon because I drew Metalworker. It's kind of awkward. Got 6. So I drew this. With Metalworker, you don't play anything because you don't gain anything from playing anything. Metalworker is a nombo with this, and then this is a. There's no point when you would have played this before because you had the Treasonous Ogre from the beginning through this guy. So there's no way because this nombo's the Treasonous Ogre too. This though, you'd play this in the Relic. So this is in play in the Relic line, but not in the Metalworker line. Oh, that's good. Okay, so in the Metalworker line, it taps for 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yep. Okay, you just play Godo and you go for Helm of the Host, equip it, win. Okay. And if it's Relic, then you have this charged up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9, 10. Awkward hand is awkward, but what you do get to do is you would have played this last turn with Relic. So these would actually both be in play. You actually had enough mana to play both of these because you had Relic and yeah. So you would have like you had 6. So you tap, play this, tap it, play this. That's 6 in total. You still can leave the Relic open. So at least you have a little extra stacks. You have no cards in hand. Metalworker's better here. Yeah, okay. You still win, but it's like a turn later. So this was 11. 11T. 11T. It's like a turn 5 win with Metalworker and a turn 6 win with Relic, which is ugh. 2. Okay, 2, 2, 2. So it's in hand. Let's mull down to 6. There we go. Okay, it's in hand. Isn't it interesting that I had so many bad hands in a row, and now I've had like no bad hands for like 6 in a row? Like it's been pretty weird. This Metalworker hand is really bad. This hand with Relic is not actually terrible because Opal can turn online with Relic. Both kind of slow. Both kind of slow. Yeah, with Relic actually this isn't. It's still bad because like the earliest you can drop Relic is turn 3, unless you draw other fast mana. Or unless you draw... No, it's actually not bad, because if you draw another cheap artifact, you can play Mox Opal in turn 2. Another 0-cost artifact. Doesn't matter what it is. You can play Relic on turn... But then where do you go? Like, you got, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana? and a Braid and a Mountain, whatever you draw, and a Grafdigger's Cage in play. The only reason you keep this hand, ever, if it's your second 7 and you're playing against like a couple different decks where this like screws their win con, like 2 Protean Hulk decks or something, and you know that they use the Grave, or I don't know, like this card is the only reason that you keep this hand. If you're playing against like Yissen and like Razakats and like the list goes on, like in which case, hey, we evaluate it, draw. Yay. Sorry, the other thing is you wouldn't keep this if it was Metalworker, because this hand is terrible with Metalworker. Draw. Elder. Draw. I mean, there's no reason not to dump this in play, because casting it later is just the same thing. Unless someone blows it up, but they're not going to blow it up. So charge this up, draw. Ooh, nice. So this is tapped. And you play Magus of the Moon. Stacks it out. And then, yeah, sorry, and you played this Mox Opal last turn as well. Still not great. So, end. So end step, you actually get to untap the Basalt Monolith, then untap, then draw, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Magic number. Just like you say Relic is better here, but realistically you're not going to keep either of those hands. It's a turn 5 win. You knew it was going to be slow. What do you expect? Okay, turn 5 win. 4. It was in the opener, but I don't remember where. I think it was 2. 2. 2. I'm going to have to note that both of the games so far that Relic was better in, it was better than, like, it was in a terrible hand anyway. Oh, sorry. Okay, I rolled a 9. Drawing this on turn 2. Why couldn't I keep... Oh! Okay, I was supposed to keep the hand before that had the Treasonous Ogre in it, but oh well. We'll draw a new hand just because that happened. Draw. Should have kept the first one. Ugh. Okay, that's a bad hand. Either way, call it a 9. This stats is kind of meaningless actually, but we'll just reroll 11. Oh no, it does tell us whether these cards in general are bad in openers. So 3 with an 11-sided die. 3. So I'm drawing this in the opener. Yay, Mana Crypt! With a Metalworker. If this is Metalworker in hand, you cry. Because you can't keep it. You can keep it. It's just, it's like, yeah. And if it's Relic in hand, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I can ramp to like 5 on turn 1. You can untap with 5 mana on turn 2. And like that's pretty good. You got REB mana open the entire time. Like you're definitely keeping this with Relic, but I don't know if you keep this with Metalworker. So just because of that, I think that we say that Relic was better in this game because like I don't think you keep this hand Metalworker, which is super annoying. Like having a Mana Crypt and not being able to keep it because it's a fucking Metalworker with no other artifacts. that sucks. Like, that really sucks. So this is a 3. Like, we're just going to call this better with Relic. And the draw turns out to be not terrible with Metalworker. But I stress, like, you wouldn't keep this hand with Metalworker because it's too risky. Is it too risky, actually? Like, what are your chances that you don't draw at least one artifact in the first 3 turns? Like, the deck has 32, 33, 34 artifacts. You get 2 artifact lands as well. So, like, oops. Where were we? So a third of the deck is artifacts. So your chances of drawing 1 in the first 3 turns, actually not the highest in the world. You don't keep this hand. Let's just Metalworker. Like, what do you do if you don't draw artifacts? You just draw lands. Just like, oh, play land. Mana Crypt, play land. You don't even play the Mana Crypt in that case. You just like, play land. No, you would play the Mana Crypt because you play Metalworker, and you just be like, I'm super sad. Metalworker doesn't even tap for mana. But whatever. This is turn 2, 3. Oh wait. No, yeah, this is turn 2. Yeah. Okay, so Metalworker taps for 2. It's not the end of the world. 2. And Relic taps for 2. You definitely play a mountain here, and you just pass the turn. If you've got Relic, you play the Curse Totem, which is again advantage Relic, because you get to play the Curse Totem out. Although if we draw a Treasonous Ogre here, no. So the next turn we play Venture's Fair, because if this is Treasonous, if this is Relic, which realistically all the hands, this hand is only ever going to be Relic because you throw the Metalworker out. You're going to get 3 life the next turn off this, so that's good. In fact, you would have played this instead of the mountain. Yeah, you would have. It offsets the Mana Crypt damage because the Mana Crypt only deals you 1.5 damage, and Inventor's Fair gives you 1. So on average, you're only going to lose half a damage per turn. Not a bad idea. Play an unglued. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still very slow, but there's that, and we've had Fork mana open from turn 2, so there's a fairly good chance that someone plays a tutor at some point by now. So this is turn 4, and I now can combo off turn 5. It's slow, but it's only slow because I drew into no other fast mana, just like some more removal and land. So you call this better for Metalworker, or for Relic. It's 3. Oh, I already recorded it. Can't give any more to Relic. I'm already pretty biased towards Relic because it'll make me look like a dumbass if I say we've been playing the wrong card for ages, which I'm going to have to, because Metalworker is better. 7. Okay, so I have to mulligan one more time. Okay, this is in hand. Again, you don't keep this if it's Metalworker. But you might keep this if it's Relic. You can drop Relic turn 2 off the Ritual. Turn 3, drop the Hammer. Turn 4, play Godo. And if you draw some other fast mana, you can win on turn 3. It's a keepable hand. You keep it. If this is Metalworker, I don't see how you can keep this. Like, yeah, it's just bad if this is middle. Once again, like, yeah, Relic is okay. 7. Like, the problem is you only have 34 artifacts in the deck, and so your chances of drawing one pretty low. Pretty low. Actually, 35 artifacts because Metalworker and this were both in the command and the sideboard. So this counts as one. But yeah. Anyway, it's about a third, a little more than a third. But so okay, we're continuing with Relic. Relic turns out to be okay, except you don't even play it. You draw this, draw, play this. Interestingly, play that. So Metalworker wouldn't have been terrible here if you had this in hand. Actually, turns out it wouldn't have been that bad. Because now you would have ritualed it out, because you wouldn't have played this, because it taps for 4. And then you tap it for 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can actually Final Fortune for the win. So you play Godo. No, you wouldn't play Godo. You play Welding Jar. Then you play Godo. You get Helm of the Host. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9. One short. One short. Ugh. Play to land this turn, right? Yeah, I did. One short of just straight up playing the Hammer of Nizan line to win. But you'd go for the Final Fortune win here. So, turns out Metalworker was better. But Metalworker, you don't keep the hand. Because you don't know you're going to draw into 2 more artifacts. And if you don't draw into 2 more artifacts, what do? You got you got these 2, you don't have these 2, you're like, oh, I can tap and play Hammer of Nizan on this turn. Wow. I have nothing else. Like, now I have 3 with nothing. That doesn't even tap for mana. I have to draw an artifact. I mean, it's pretty likely you draw an artifact by now, though. You only need 6. Yeah, maybe you do keep it. Like, you've got the hammer. You got Metalworker to tap for the hammer. You have to draw an artifact by turn 4, but that's not terribly unlikely. If you don't draw an artifact, let's face it, what else do you have to draw? Like a whole bunch of removal land? I mean, Heat Shimmer, Shadow. Yeah, okay, there's actually quite a lot of stuff you can draw. But if you draw any of the rituals, then they're okay. Not really. Okay, whatever. It's hard to say that this is in Relic's favor, because you might actually keep the Metalworker hand. And they're both kind of okay hands, so... Okay, fine. We'll put it here. And let's face it, the Metalworker, when you play it, it's much better. Yeah, it's a 7. I'm saying that they're similarly good because the Coalition Relic hand is keepable, whereas the hand was keepable with Coalition Relic, and you would have played this, and then you untap and you play this, and then you haven't drawn this yet, so you play Coalition into Hammer of Nizan, and then you untap and you win, right? With Ancient Tomb, Welding Jar, you don't even need Final Fortune. You win a turn later, but it's not particularly better necessarily, because creature removal loses you the game if you play Final Fortune. So Final Fortune is always a risky play, and comboing off 1 turn later without having to do that, not terrible. And comboing off with Hammer of Nizan in play, so let's say you fail. Okay, I failed. And then like the next time I get to combo off. Let's say they killed Godo, right? I now have to find enough mana to equip the helm. So now I can just Ancient Tomb, play Godo again, Final Fortune, go to second turn, and do the second combo attempt. Like there's no second combo attempt with the Metalworker line, unless Godo gets countered, in which case you don't play this in the first place. Yeah, I think they're equally good for completely different reasons. I've made a mess of this. Okay, equally good for different reasons. Okay, I already did that. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. 7. I recorded it already. Okay. Sweet. Put this away. This away. This away. Roll a die. No. Roll an 11-sided die. Should have just checked because I rolled 2. Doesn't matter, it's in the opener either way. 4. Down to 6. And it's in this opener. Does it matter? Can you keep? Nope. Can you keep, actually? So Metalworker's bad in this, although at least the Monk's Diamond is useless. Like, it's still useful to tap the Metalworker for mana, but no, you don't keep this. Okay, 4. Okay, and then we roll again. 7. Okay, this you keep for sure. So we draw. Nice. Land, Soul Ring, Thought Vessel. The only time you wouldn't do this is if you really needed to kill something with a lightning bolt turn 1. I don't know. Maybe the other Godo deck played Imperial Recruiter, and you're like, he's gonna come off, so you keep lightning bolt. Oh, nice. Land. Not enough to go off. You play Recruiter, you search for Treasonous Ogre, pass the turn. Or you don't. I'm a big fan of not playing Imperial Recruiter and waiting if you can just wait a turn anyway. Oh, that's frozen. It'll come back. Maybe it'll come back. Yep. Okay, we're back in. Okay, so you don't actually play. Huh? Yep. You don't actually play the Imperial Recruiter. I was being stupid playing their Imperial Recruiter. Instead, you actually play, surprisingly, this. It doesn't really matter which one it is. Relic is just as good as Metalworker. Metalworker is more likely to die, but Metalworker dying, the thing is, Metalworker dying is not the end of the world. Because if Metalworker dies, he probably died to something that would have stopped your combo. And I'd rather have him be a lightning magnet than have the combo fail. Because if the combo fails, you're down like commander tax or your Helm and Grave. Oh. So either way, you get to Shattering Spree. In fact, you get to Shattering Spree and you get to tap the Coalition Relic for the Shattering Spree. If it's Shattering Spree. So that's cool. Like if you Relic, you don't need the extra mana. You only need, oh wait, maybe you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, you actually do. So you only get to Shattering Spree for 1. If it's Relic, though, you get to keep Bolt Up. If it's not Relic, you don't get to keep Bolt Up. So you might not use the Spree if it's... Yeah, anyway. Okay, well, either way, in this case, Metalworker taps for 4, which is better. You play Recruiter. You search for Treasonous Ogre. Sorry. And then you play Treasonous Ogre. And you win. And we said that Treasonous Ogre gets countered. Blah. Lovely. Okay. Untap. Draw. Gamble for what? Nothing. You don't gamble. Why gamble? 4 mana here. And Panharmonicon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay. You play Basalt Monolith here. And you know what? Screw it. You play Panharmonicon as well. Like, you just play both, and whatever. Tap draw, like, you go land, and you just, like, okay, I'll just play Godo and win. Like, if they stop you, then you've still got another play. Like, Metalworker isn't going to be doing anything, but there's Relic. Like, they're both okay. They're both fine. Wait, did Relic win? Yeah, they both win at the same time with Relic or Metalworker, so they're both fine. I think this was like 3 or 5 or something. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was like 3 or something. I don't remember. Whoever's watching the video can back up and look, but I'm just gonna put it there. It doesn't actually matter as long as it's something below 7. I know it was something below 7. Okay, 11. Rolls a 9. Okay, that's turn 2 draw, and I go down to 7. 7. Okay, is this keepable? Oh, I wish it was keepable. I mean, like, you can resolve Possibility Storm on turn 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe turn 2 if you draw some fast mana. It's unlikely. You get to have Reverberate open from turn 1, which is cool. I mean, I think you go for this if it's the second 2. It's alright. Like, it's not very helpful, but you play this, you dump a mountain, and you pass. See, if someone plays a tutor, you're in a pretty good position here. And if someone doesn't play a tutor, then okay, yeah. Oops, sorry. You sack this for 2, play Soul Ring, and you play Possibility Storm. As much as I'd love to have Stranglehold and then play Possibility Storm is the safest play here because it is turn 2. Like, nobody's gonna stop a Possibility Storm turn 2. Oh no, actually, you know what? No, I'm wrong. You don't play Possibility Storm. You do play Stranglehold because you can do it without sacking Crystal Vein. So you play that and you just play Stranglehold. And they're like, no. Now I have to figure out a way to kill Stranglehold in order to win because my commander like tutors stuff. And you're like, haha, Possibility Storm. And they're like, oh, I really hate you, you bastard. And now you're down like 2 life, and like they're just like in a position where they're like, fuck. If you play Possibility Storm first, not only do you lose the land, this will turn into a Blood Moon. There's only one more enchantment in the deck, so it definitely turns into a Blood Moon. So it's a 4 mana Blood Moon. Possibility Storm and Blood Moon, that might be the play against certain decks. If you're playing against like a bunch of 4-color decks or something, then this into Blood Moon is not. I'll show you here. This is the deck list, so it's just Blood Moon. This can turn into, so it's fine. Something to be aware of with Possibility Storm is that Blood Moon turns into this turns into Blood Moon, and then from there, like, let's face it, no one else is going to win through this. If you resolve both these cards, like, they're not going to stop you. What are you saying? Huh? Whatever. Whatever, Rick. Which was better here? Was either better here? Oh, I was supposed to draw it, right? Um, okay. I was supposed to draw the Metalworker at some point there. I screwed up. but it's not able to be evaluated anyway because it's a stacks game. I guess I don't count that because I forgot to draw it, so yeah. We'll roll. Do I keep this hand? Probably not. Not enough ramp. Not going anywhere. Okay, so I mull this. Shoot, I rolled a 1. Okay, so it's an opening hand this time. Draw. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I was not supposed to draw that. Also not keepable. So that was 8, 8, and 1. So that's obviously not keepable. No lands at all. Okay. So you just asked if haste enablers are worth running if Meatlworkers that's much better. Yeah, maybe the 2 mana dude that taps to pay for 2 mana, you can only spend it on a creature, and it gives the creature haste because you can play that turn 2. Turn 3, play Metalworker with haste, and fuck, I don't remember. Okay, can't talk right now. Okay, so roll. I rolled a 5. What? No. 8. Okay, so it's turn 1. Draw. Yeah, vomit. I want to vomit. You keep it anyway because of Imperial Recruiter. Okay. So we draw this. Turn 1. Land this. Sorry. You wait. You charge it, and then you draw. Untap. Play land. The chances that we actually drop that are really low. So we probably play Metalworker Relic here. Probably either way, actually. You might play the Fractured Power Stone if it was Relic. If it's Metalworker, you definitely play Metalworker because Metalworker wins next turn. Actually, no. No. Yep, Relic's 1 short. Metalworker's better here. This is a T-Ogre play, but I will put it as this T. It doesn't actually matter if Metalworker, which one's better later, but I know that Metalworker is going to be better later because I can actually just tap this for 4, or for 8, and just play that. I don't even have to play the Mana Crypt yet, and I can go there, and then I can Wheel of Fortune. Like with Coalition Relic, I'm going to wait a turn, then I fail, then I no. So yeah, that was 8T. Seven. Okay. Is it keepable? Mm-mm. These two are redundant cards. Metalworker is not terrible though. Do I have enough stats yet? I'll do a few more. I think you probably don't keep this hand, but you could. You could keep it. You do get to keep Reverberate open from turn 1, which I'm always a good fan of. Depends who you're playing against, but if you're playing against a lot of black decks, I think you'd play with the Reverberate, so we'll play it out. So we draw, land, Lotus Petal, draw. Okay, so the cool thing here is we can play either Relic or Metalworker this turn. Metalworker is only going to tap for 2, but if you draw an artifact, no, I don't think you do. I think you wait. And Relic is actually slightly better here because Metalworker doesn't tap for mana, and you can Reverberate with Relic. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 either way, 6 either way, 7, 8, 9. Actually, no. It's not 9. It's more than that because you can. It's 12 actually. So you have enough to go off. 9 is enough to go off anyway, but you don't. You don't go off that way. So what you do is you actually tap. It doesn't matter which one this is because it taps for 2 either way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can have 6. You don't crack this. You play the ritual for 2. So you go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're definitely going to have 3 red. You can have 4 red no matter what you do. 6. And then you play Seething Song and you Reverberate the Seething Song. Like you've already got anti-counter magic with Pyroblast, so it doesn't actually matter. This makes 10 mana, and you don't have one floating. You know, you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You had one floating already, so you don't even need to tap this. Actually, sorry, you don't even need to tap this if it's Relic, but if it's Metalworker, you do. It doesn't matter. You play Godo, you play Heat Shimmer, you have Pyroblast backup. These hands are identical, basically. So this is a turn 3 win with both. Okay, so it's turn 3 win with both. And I've totally forgotten what the roll was on this. Roll's a 7. Okay, 7. Oh, I forgot to roll. 11. So this hand is getting thrown out no matter what I do because I missed the roll. 10. Well, okay, whatever. I said I was throwing it out, so. So I'm drawing that turn 3. Draw. The sand is okay. It's keepable. It's fine. Metalworker isn't going to like this hand, though. So you're going to go turn 1, this. Maybe Shattering Spree, blow something up. To slow someone down. But maybe not. Depends on what people have. Untap, draw. Oops, sorry. Control Shift D. Wait. No. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, definitely draw a card here. Okay. Turn 2. Play Mountain. Play Fellwar Stone. Pretty simple. Again, might Shattering Spree something here. It would be nice to be able to leave Reverberate mana open, but unfortunately, ramping is better, which Metalworker is going to be sad about in a second when I draw it. Wait, this is turn 3. Yeah, no, that's fine. So I draw Metalworker. Metalworker is like, that's a Crocline Ironworks. Annoying. Okay. Well, Metalworker plays Metalworker, and you play Crystal Vein. Woo! Yay. Again, no mana to leave up for Reverberate. However, if this is Relic, you do have mana to leave open for Reverberate. Bonus. Draw. Shaku. 3. Okay. So, Shaku can tap for 2 and 2. If you get the... So this is Metalworker, and you've got 4 for Crocline Ironworks. You've got... 3 for Shaku. You've got... I actually did miss something. Like, last turn you might have just played Stranglehold instead of the Metalworker. That's actually probably a better play. Because it is like turn 3, and yeah. But whatever, we'll play it out this way. Play the Shaku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I do it? Yeah, I have enough. Okay. You tap this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You play Godo. You go and get Helm, and you can sack all of this for mana. If you do it differently, actually, you can keep red open for Reverberate, which is super useful. So you can actually sack this for 2. You can sack this for 2. You can sack this for 2. You can keep the red open with Reverberate the whole way through, I think. Let me think. You need... Okay, so we've tapped Metalworker for Crocline Ironworks. We tapped... Instead, we do this differently. We actually tap... I think we tap Metalworker for Shaku, then you tap Shaku for 1 of the mana for Ironworks. You have 1 floating still, and you play City of Traders for the Ironworks. You don't have to sack anything yet, and you also don't have to tap any red. And then you have 1, 2, 3 red. You add 3 red. 1, 2, 3. You sack this for 2. Colorless, colorless. You sack this for colorless. Colorless, colorless. You sack this for colorless, colorless. And then you go down to 5. You can actually do this without sacking the Crystal Vein, actually. And you just have this less. And then you play Godo. And then... No, you have to sack the Crystal Vein. to keep the counterspell, keep the Reverberate open the whole way. Although, no, you don't need the Reverberate open once Godo's resolved, because you're not going to be playing any more, like counterspell magic doesn't actually help you anymore. So at this point, you're better off with the land. And anyway, you get to keep it open anyway, because you go whoop, whoop, and then you go this, tap for mana, and then you could sack both of these and play it, but I don't think you'd do that actually. I think you'd probably just sack this, and then you'd pay this, and you'd equip. You got no stop. You can't stop removal at this point, but you can stop counter spells the whole way through, which is nice. If they do try to counter and you reverberate, then you sack this for mana before sacking the Kark Clan Ironworks, and then you have enough. Yeah, okay, that works. That hand, if it's Relic. If it's Relic, it's just worse. Like, just straight up worse. You win a turn later, maybe 2 turns later. If it's Relic, you wouldn't have even played Relic, I don't think. You'd play Stranglehold instead. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, it's definitely this, and it's 10. That's a surprise, actually. I would have expected that Metalworker was bad in later turn draws, but not actually. Sorry, 11, 4. 4, 4. Yep, okay, this in hand. That is a perfect example of a hand where Metalworker is kind of awkward. Like, you can drop Metalworker turn 1 if you draw a red card. But do you want to? No. So you draw. Oh. So this is Relic. I mean, still feel like Metalworker's better here. Like, sure, you're waiting till turn 3 to play it, but turn 4 you win. Wow. You can afford to just sack the Karmox and play the Metalworker out like this. You're not gonna play the Stranglehold anyway. So, not before you try to combo off, so there's no point. So you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a win. 11. Again, strictly better. Like Coalition Relic just doesn't even compare here. Like, yeah, you can play the Relic last turn, and you charge it up, and this turn you play a land, and you're like, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. Okay, we'll play Honorborn Shaku, and we'll play this Mox Opal, and we'll play this Cursed Totem, and we'll pass the turn. We'll charge this up. Untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 1. This is actually going to be 3 though, so I think you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You might be wondering about this card, but I'll show you where it works if you don't know already. I don't see why anyone would be watching this game if they didn't know how Godo worked. But so you play Godo and you like search for Helm of the Host, and then you like tap this for mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equip, win. So Relic does win the next turn, but it's a whole turn slower. So we're definitely gonna go. Metalworker was better. Metalworker worked and Relic didn't. No, Metalworker was better. Like a 1-turn preference. Wait. IE. No. EG. I think it's EG in this case. It should be, for example. No. Yeah, IE is in other words. EG is for example. Yep, equip. So that was, what was the roll there? It's in hand, so it's 4, I think. 4 goes up there. Yep, 4. 4. Okay. Deck and we'll do like a couple more and then call it. Rolls a 1, so let's move down to 6. Put that in hand. Helm of the Host in hand. God, you suck, Helm of the Host. Why do you suck so much? You keep this, it's fine. It's fine with Metalworker. It's not terrible with Relic, actually. Fuck it. Draw. Oh wow, actually it turns out to be bad with both. Oh, okay. If this is Relic, then you play Basalt Metalworker. Only because you want to get as many artifacts in play as you can with the Ironworks out. You probably play the Opal too. If it's Metalworker, you just play Metalworker. You don't play anything else. Draw. Jesus Christ. How much mana can I make this turn with Metalworker? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11. No. 15, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can actually make 20 mana this turn. 21 actually, because the Mox Opal taps for mana too. Okay, that's ridiculous, but yeah. Okay. In other words, Metalworker's better. If Relic here, though, let's say we played these two last turn. We've charged this. We can play. Can we actually win with this? Kark Clan? 2, 4, 6, 8. 9, 10. That's enough. Play Godo. Grab Hammer of Nizan. Play Helm. Equip Hammer of Nizan. Okay, so you can win on turn 3 with this hand, even with the Relic. Not bad. Turn 4, sorry. Turn 3 with Metalworker, though. So, yeah. 1. Metalworker was better. Sorry. Sorry, Relic. Okay, one more game. One more game. Roll the 2. Okay. One more actual game if it's okay. It's not a mull away, so this is the last game. Okay. Do you Gemstone Cavern this? Yep. Yep. I think you throw away the Sandstone Needle. Can Metalworker out turn 1? I think there's going to be a chance where we're going to tap the Sandstone Needle, so we throw the Sandstone Needle away. Turn 1 we draw, and then we play Ancient Tomb. Turn 1 Metalworker with 2 of these in hand. Nice. Tap, draw. Okay, so we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9. So not enough to win this turn. So you definitely want to like just play this, play this. Like you just play that and you pass. And then the next turn, you sack this end step, searching for, of course, Cavern of Souls. We got no other protection, so Cavern of Souls is our best thing to play. You know, maybe actually we play City of Traders last turn. No, because we need to have the mana. Sorry, this actually gets tapped for the expedition map, so we can't do that. Okay, untap. Oh, we don't have the 2 mana from the Metalworker now. See, I'm not used to playing with Metalworker, so that's what you do if you have the Coalition Relic, but no, even if you have the Metalworker, you do it that way. Yeah, it's super annoying. Okay, so instead of playing the Expedition map, let's put that there, because we didn't draw it anyway, so that we haven't drawn yet. I'm making a mess of this, sorry. Instead of playing the Expedition map, you tap the Metalworker for Panharmonicon, and then you actually tap the Expedition. You tap one for the Expedition map, and you play City of Traders. Yep, like that. Yep, that works. And then the next turn, you tap the Expedition map. No, you don't play City of Traders. What am I saying? You play Crystal Vein. You're gonna have to sack it anyway, so you definitely play the Crystal Vein. Okay. So then you sack this at end step. Go and get this. You untap the next turn. Now, we draw Stranglehold here, and the Metalworker doesn't tap for mana. It doesn't matter. We still have sack, play Godo. This is turn 3, because this was played on turn 0. You play Godo uncounterable with Panharmonicon. So that's hammer plus helm win. If you have Relic, you didn't have 4 mana for the Panharmonicon. So it might actually be slower. So it hasn't been drawn yet. You have this. So that was a turn 3 win with Metalworker. And is it a turn 3 or a turn 4 win with Relic? Metalworker certainly raises the skill cap of this deck. Like, you have to think a lot harder with Metalworker, but it's better for sure. God, how much does it cost? I don't want to buy it. Ugh, I'm gonna have to buy it. Whatever. What do you do here? Crystal Vein. I'm not seeing how we're gonna combo off next turn with Expedition map. We haven't played this yet, so we still have land to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. So we play Expedition map. Sorry. What we had is 1 mana spare off of the Relic, so we can play Expedition map just like this. We can play the Crystal Vein. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Monicon. Next turn on tap. This is charged. Draw. Sorry, no. Control Shift D. We don't draw that. We draw Stranglehold. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's okay. We can do it. So you crack this. You get this. You play this. And then you tap it for mana. So the key here is that Relic actually taps for 2 this turn, which you can use to crack the Expedition map on your turn. So it's still a win. They're equal. They're equally good. They're both turn 3 wins. It's fine. I feel like they're both actually pretty complicated wins as well. I think it was a 2. Okay. Okay. Do I do some more? That's a fair amount of data, but um, okay. So wait. Let's do the hypotheses. Let's see. If I have enough data to do my hypotheses, then I'm stopping. If I don't, then these were the hypotheses. Indeed. Okay. Hypothesis number 1. Metalworker will be occasionally explosive in some artifact-heavy opening hands. So the criteria there would be that 1 to 8 die rolls will be more than 8/11ths of the time under criteria 4. So criteria 4, it was 4 out of 6. Surprisingly, no. 8 of 11 is like, no, not really. Okay, so hypothesis number 2. Metalworker will sometimes be a dead card, but Coalition Relic will almost never be a dead card. Criteria 4 will have fewer games than Criteria 5. Wow. Turns late. So criteria 5, there were absolutely no times when Metalworker didn't work. Although there were a couple games when you probably wouldn't have kept the Metalworker hand. But both of those games turned out okay for Metalworker, so Those relics sometimes led to hands. Metalworker will be worse than Coalition Relic when drawn later in the game. Rolls of 11 to 9 will be more common under Criteria 5 than Criteria 4. Well, no. Hypothesis number 4. Metalworker will force mulligans more than Coalition Relic. There will be more rolls of 1 to 7 under criteria 5 than criteria 4. No. There were like 2, maybe, like these 2, like maybe, but Metalworker will be worse at recovery lines after failing a T-Ogre. That actually didn't happen either. T-marked games will be more common under criteria 3 and 5 than under 2 and 4. So we can't compare 3 and 5, but there are no T. Like all the T games where Metalworker was better. Like Metalworker was better in 3 T games here and another T game here. Hmm. Oh. Whatever. Metalworker will be worse at recovery lines. Actually, like not really here as a thing. Okay. Disproven. This is definitely disproven though. Result disproven. Yep. Okay, I think this is enough data. Okay. So in summation, Metalworker is a better card. So 4 and 5, like 5 has no category, has none in it. So 4 is just like strong preference in 6 games. Ugh. And then it was better, like a turn faster in like 8 games. And it was only worse in 4 games. And even those were kind of marginal. And these 8 games were pretty similar for both, so meh. These are just bad rolls most of the time. Okay. I probably shouldn't have recorded that. I think we're going to end it there because I'm just going to post this in the Discord and be done. Yeah.